My next guest opens up the 2023 PFL World Championship card November 24th live on ESPN Plus when he faces Josh Blyden in a featherweight showcase bout. He's no other than Jesse Stirn. How's it going, Jesse?
Hey Zach, welcome to be here, or glad to be here. Can't even talk today, but yeah, that's the day we're having.
Yeah, it feels like a Monday. I know it's a Saturday, but everything is just going super slow today. Since your last time fighting for PFL, you captured the Art of Scrap featherweight title. You then went over. You won a fight with Stellar. You fought up in Unified, and then April this year, you even defended your title. Something that doesn't seem to be happening a lot in the regional scene. People seem to be getting a title and then just disappearing. Um, and then
Yeah.
even in June, you were brought into PFL as an alternate, but
Mhm.
wasn't needed back in June. When did you find out that they were in fact going to have you in a fight this year?
Are you talking about this fight? Or are you talking about the alternate spots that I received this
There's more
year?
than one.
Yeah, there was I was actually called up for the playoffs as well. So I weighed in as the alternate for the playoffs this what couple months ago. So that was down in San Antonio. I was there. Um, so yeah, I mean it was nice, but it's always short notice, right? Luckily,
Mhm.
I'm at a point in my career. Well, I don't know if it's just my career, it's just observations I've made over time where maintaining a certain weight that you can make within a week or two and just keep progressive training, not so much camp mind oriented where it's like hard training for 8 weeks at a time and then you relax. No, it's like for me, it's constant improvement and then always being prepared and ready so you can take these opportunities. So for me, of course, it's hey, I'm getting paid more to make weight than all of my fights this year combined. Yes, that is, I don't care who I fight. Like, yes, I just want to keep improving and living this journey. So I'll do whatever it takes there. It was
Actually,
nice. It was amazing. Yeah, it was a dream come true.
so nice little paychecks just to go cut weight and make it. When did you actually get booked then for the actual no alternate? You're fighting November.
Oh, it was like 9 weeks before this fight date, so I had a good 9 weeks. So going from short notice fight and quick context from my last PFL stint when I first popped in, they were going to give me Lance Palmer on 2 weeks notice, and that was during COVID. So we went immediately into the hotel for 12 days. So that's what we were doing on that. And then relatively short time on the second time around. That one was a dud on my part. But anyway, context is short notice, and then for the alternate spot, short notice to having a full camp, it was really surprising. But being on this end of the year card was just a spot of luck. I think it's mostly because I'm a local, and they wanted to sell some tickets. But other than that, like it doesn't matter. I'm thankful. I'm thankful. I get to be a bit of a fanboy that day as well. A lot of people fighting that night are people I look up to, so there's always that too. So it's going to be a good night regardless, win or loss. I'm still going to have a good time.
Awesome, and you do face Josh Blyden. He was the former NFC featherweight champion.
Hmm.
He's been out for almost 3 years. He
Hmm.
was going to be on the Challenger Series, but he had a withdrawal for whatever reason. I know there's a lot of reasons when the Challenger Series comes around.
Yep.
How does game
Yeah.
planning for an opponent who's been out that long impact your preparations, if any?
I just have to assume they've gotten much better because that's what I'm finding is the people that have survived this long in the game, the people we're fighting now, with 10 plus professional fights still kicking it, they're all way better than the previous content that they show. Made a few mistakes there throughout all of teammates camps of like, oh, okay, we're confident because we see what they have. And it seems to be, I'm getting a little nerdy on it now, but right between 5 and 10 fights kind of fighters kind of stay where they're at. And then that's kind of the buffer zone to see if they're going to get to the next level. And the next level is constantly evolving. And all those people do that. So every opponent I face now, I have to assume they're way better than they were in their tape. And that's what we do. We work and build on my capability, both technique and physicality, and monitor their tendencies and expect them to be even better than they were last time. So precision.
You kind of touched on where I'm going to lead into the next question and all, but in your previous two bouts, you weren't the homebody. You were in Atlantic
Mm,
City. You were in Florida. As you mentioned, the alternates, you were in like San Antonio and all that. This time, you essentially are fighting at home. Like
hmm
DC is
The
local, as close as you
a,
probably going to get
a
unless
few
it's in
minutes
Baltimore.
away, yeah, not too far.
And Josh is the one traveling in this time.
Mhm.
Do you have I'm assuming you have like an entourage or a large group coming with you because of how local it is?
Yeah, this time we do. We have a good bit of a group coming in. I decided to fulfill a little promise to myself with this one, where I was trying to get as many people in the stands as possible. So in a lot of cases, I I actually bought some of the tickets myself and gave them to sponsors that have been supporting me ever for the last 6, 7 years. And I said, hey, like, this is where we're at. Thank you for getting me up to this point, and here's a gift to you. So it's like, this is just a homecoming for everybody to kind of celebrate the enjoyment of where we're at in my career. Cause I truly feel at home with the PFL and just happy. Like, I gave up on the goal of being the best and making the most money and that kind of thing. I just enjoy the journey. So the wins just come with that. The improvements come with that. And I'm just super happy. That's it.
Do you know if this is like a one-off or is this like a tryout for the next season or whatever Bellator and PFL is going to be next year?
It's an entertainment business, man. Like, I would want more than anything to keep fighting for PFL for the pretty much the rest of my life or career. But it's an entertainment business, meaning if I have a fight, I win, I do well. Even if I get super popular or do it in stunning fashion, come the 2024 season when they're making the roster, it's up to them, man. It's up to them. And either way, I can't argue with it. It's their decision. It's their business. Like, they can put whoever they want in. Would I like it to be that way? Sure. But I also know it's a business. It's their decision. And I hope they make that one for me. So
Taking a step back away from fighting,
hmm.
you're training. You're not fighting a fight every weekend.
Hmm.
Just to give the viewers a little insight, like who is Jesse outside of MMA?
All right, you talking about like habits, hobbies, work life.
Yeah.
Um, well, I'll do the quick context on the on I train full time now, which has been that way for the last 3 to 4 years. And I do keep a part time job, but I am training nonstop all the time. Not so much just to stay in shape. No, I'm constantly developing, studying, contacting people, um, finding holes in my game. If I can't find holes in my game, I go somewhere. I've been to Thailand, 3 times in the last half a decade or so, just to get a challenge. And that's just an example, but travel around. Besides all of that, my part-time job, I'm a chimney sweep. I work on chimneys. Uh, the flexibility is there is what I need for now. Does fighting pay enough to quit everything? No, it doesn't. And I don't have a family or a white picket fence or any of that. So still living that very humble, minimalistic life as much as possible to be able to continue to do the stream with some supplemental job. As far as hobbies, though, when I'm not, I love my work, like as far as fighting and development. So I'm always addicted to that and working on that. But when I'm not doing that, definitely heavily into gaming. Mostly, I'll just say PC gaming, but I play all console games. So however you want to look at that, that is what it is. But yeah. By the way, everybody, you can use a controller on the PC. Just to let y'all know, it's not just keyboard only.
I did kind of my own snooping. I did kind of pick up on the gaming as well as
Mm-hmm.
movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious there, like movies. Have you seen anything worthwhile lately? I know, like it seems we get an influx of good
Mm.
movies, and then we're back to remakes again.
Yeah, I think everything's a form of entertainment. It's something. It's like a tier system. It's like, okay, is it worth a watch once? Sure, I'll go watch it. Whatever. I haven't been to the theater in a while, but you know what I mean. Even if it's
Mhm.
streaming. But then there's a few every once in a while that cross your path that you just it just leaves the theater shocked and all. It just changes your world. For me, that's usually pretty much anything Christopher Nolan throws out. Just anything. And that's what Oppenheimer was probably the latest, but that was like 3 months ago. I haven't been in a while. But yeah, big movie fan. Books when I can. I mostly audiobook though, just because driving a lot, practice to practice, job to job. You don't really have a lot of time to sit down and read, but I do what I can. But always recommend audiobooks, podcast. Just just like people are doing right now, just being a fly on the wall for a conversation, learning and hearing other people's experiences just will enrich your own experience and help you make decisions to make your future better. So it's entertaining and helpful. So do it as much as you can. And that's what I do. I listen to a lot of things and watch a lot of things and do a lot of things.
Another thing I came across, and it's not so much you directly,
Mm.
but some of these flavors kind of intrigued me as a whole. Jacked jams.
Yes. That's my fiance's jam business. Oh, it's so good. Like it's we have this saying where it's like, it's like I really don't have to lie and be like, oh yeah, just this is good stuff. No, it's through and through good stuff. And we also started this little marketing scheme when she does markets. It's Megan Carpenter. When she does at the markets, we just, hey, come up and try as many samples as you want. Literally, come up, try the samples, because that's what's going to get you. It's. I don't even need to be a good salesman to sell this. Just taste it, and then you'll know if you want to buy it or not. It's that good. So that's my rant on that. So
Yeah, I think literally as I was doing like all my research, like my final research and all, I think I spent a half an hour just going through the website, looking at the flavors and being like, all right, that sounds delicious. I'm also a pepperhead, so like a habanero pepper right up my alley. I have a feeling I'm probably going to be stopping at one of her, since we are semi-local, one of the markets to kind of, especially if you're doing samples, I'm going to have to stop in and try some of those.
Just literally try them all. And then there's a few pepper assorted ones too. We have a constant battle. This is my last babble on this, but we have a constant battle between what flavor, her favorite flavor trying to sell and my favorite flavor trying to sell. Mine's the Maryland Summer, so it's got a little bit of a kick to it, so it might be more up your alley. Not super powerful, but just enough of a kick. It's more of a savory, but anyway, that's my favorite.
And then you kind of already touched about gaming and all. What kind of games are you playing?
Right now I like to play a lot of Blizzard games in general, just because it's consistent, and I've always played Warcraft since off and on since near the beginning. But a lot of Overwatch lately, just because of the format. The format being like, it's not very progressive style, meaning it's not a story mode taking a long time to get through and then you're done. No, it's competitive back and forth, which really helps me come fight time, where it's constant decision making. With repercussions to your actions based on whatever decisions you choose. So it forces you to make decisions in the moment that are best for yourself. So for me, that helps my fighting, but it's also enjoying. Like, I enjoy it very much. So a lot of that, like I said, some Warcraft, and then every once in a while I'll play some sort of storyboard game like Fable or something. So yeah, all over the place. I still have a good 100 games on my Steam list that I haven't got to yet. So.
And maybe in the next 3 years we might get the new Fable. However many times it's going to get delayed.
Maybe. Yeah, it's just like Kingdom Hearts. It's like it just takes decades.
That Grand Theft Auto. There'll be my list whenever they eventually come out. But outside of that, we're just a few weeks away from your return to the PFL Smart Cage. We know it takes a lot of effort to get to fight day. Everything that you're putting in, and you have also a lot of support. I'm gonna hand the mic to you. Sponsors, your social media, whatever you want to shout out. The mic's all yours.
Like right now, I'm looking at a list of, like I said before, I've tried to help out in every way, shape, and form everybody that has supported me up to this point, and the list is just impossibly long. I will literally be here for an hour, literally. So I'm looking at this list now because I'm trying to give each of them love, and it's over 30 sponsors and countless other people that have support, rather getting shirts or helping sell tickets or anything, just supporting. And then of course the fiance Megan, just we're going crazy trying to do the hard practices and missing date night, things like that. It's not really an issue. And so yeah, it's a collaborative support. And then all the way back to family, just mother and father, and their mother and father before them, being able to give me the life that I can to do what I want. So anyway, check out my Instagram. It's Stirn, Stirn, the number 27. Just check that out. You'll find all my people that have given me love and trying to show them love back and support them however you can. That's all I got. And like I said, win, lose, draw, like I'm going to have a good time. I love where I'm at in my life. I love my career. I love talking about it. I love this game, and I will be in it till the end. Not even just competing, just podcasting, coaching, running promotion. I don't care. Like, I'm in this for life, and thank you all for allowing me to do that.